Ooh, June 11th, 2010 up today for channel member D34YDR420 Monkey Picture. You got a crazy screen name, but thank you for being a member and thank you for going back, taking us back to Toyota Park. Last month, the '09 Toyota Park show was his member request. I actually liked the show somehow. I was like the one guy that was just like, I don't know, man, I think this show's pretty cool. I was just swimming around in Olivia's pool while everybody else was like, this sucks. So this year the show, and look, a first set like this looked like this is 2010. Looked like it could have been in like 1998. All Type One or all 1.0 songs, although basically all Type One songs as well. They even the couple of covers they did, Jesus Left Chicago and Boogie On, were covers that take you all the way back to the early days. Down with Disease, Wolfman's Possum, and then that Boogie On is how the show got started. And really, the Down with Disease and Wolfman's might have probably the highlight of the first set, maybe. And the Reba Jam was strong. And the first time I started listening to this was early this morning. The cats woke me up. I went back to bed and just threw on the Reba. And I think I quickly fell asleep during the Reba. I remember all the bag it, tag it, and all this, and even feeling like the tempo on this is a bit quicker than what we might have now. And that was about the last thought I remember. And then at some point, I wake up during the light jam thinking I'm still listening to Reba. I was like, wow, this Reba jam is really cool. And if it had in fact been a Reba jam, that would have been cool. But the fact that it was just a light, I was like, I don't know, it's odd, you know. If they did this with Reba, I'm not saying, look, the Reba jam itself is pretty awesome. But if they had played with it to this extent, I don't know. And I was just waking up. What I'm getting at is later on when I listened to Light, I was like, this isn't even that good. Why was that so cool this morning? So then the Jesus Left Chicago, I was listening thinking like, I went back and checked out the Reba Jam and a little bit of Boogie On and Possum. Like maybe Page had a moment. He's getting a little gift here. Not necessarily. And then Divided Sky, Golgi, and then David Bowie. Look at that, ending it with 2 out of 3 Hall of Famers. Some people even might want to put Golgi in there. More of a role player, Golgi, though. I don't know if you can get into the Hall of Fame being a role player. But, multiple time All-Stars and show MVPs, Divided Sky and David Bowie for sure. So a 2010 set with all of this Type 1 stuff. And I remember I was going the next night. I was very excited about all of this. And then I get like a Time Turns Elastic and Backwards Down the Number Line. Like 30 plus minutes of that the next night up in Blossom. So then we move over to set 2, and they opened up with that light. And this was a thing. It was like, this is, they were kind of maybe making a point or showing, maybe not making a point or a statement or anything, but like a big flag over here waving, being like all set, all this 1.0 stuff, all old songs, I'm guilty of never liking the new stuff, no matter what. If I end up liking it, sure, but they threw Light in there. They do this every now and then. Like on Jam Filled Night, there was that one song that just felt like, how did you get in here, man? Nobody invited you. Get out of here. It kind of felt like Light may be the case here tonight. Because then, I'm Light's #1 fan, perhaps. Light is never, I don't know why, but, from 2009 to 19, it was one of their best songs live. People just never fully got on board with live. Maybe the Light, that it was overplayed, I suppose. Some nights it was a big miss. Kind of like this one. This one was a bit of a miss. But over the next decade, Light did have it was a big part of the arsenal. And I think that's what they were showing here tonight. They were trying to highlight Light a little bit. And then they follow that up with just a Scorching Maze, of course. And then the Ghost, while the Ghost never totally they never really left the casket, this Ghost. It was like, boy, we got some rapid fire Trey toward the end. Probably just smoke coming out of his ears, basically. The Limb by Limb, nice Fishman work, ended with a bit of a vocal jam, like a weird Limb by Limb kind of vocal thing, in and out. And then Prince Caspian was probably about the last hurrah, really. Oh, no, I take that back, the Antelope. But, after the Limb by Limb, the Caspian was nice, getting some good work from Trey there. But then Horse Silent in the Morning and A Show of Life. Are we sure Show of Life is not a Rolling Stone song? It sure sounds like it. That's the one song, like a lot of times there's a song that people just assumed. Somehow I just assumed that Show of Life was because, I kind of I wasn't like super hardcore fan at the beginning here of 3.0, even kind of drifted away a little bit. So that whole Rolling Stones thing, I just was like, maybe they just played, that's some unknown Stones song. I don't know. And it found its way, the Halloween Stones thing. I just thought, I don't know what I thought, really. So I always thought it was I still think it's a Stones song. They claim the Dude of Life, and Trey wrote that, but I'm not convinced. Keith Richards might call himself the Dude of Life sometimes. So then we get the oh yeah, in the Antelope. While Fishman was going crazy there too, like he was in the Limb by Limb. In fact, when it came to the stop in the Marco Escondolas part, he kept playing, and then just leading to Trey instead of saying Marco, he said John Fishman, John Fishman, John Fishman. Everybody, you know, he loves doing that. John Fishman, my little friend on drums, John Fishman. And then the Show of Life, and then for the Encore, Cavern and Julius. I don't know why. They wanted every chomper in Chicago to get down, I suppose, and that'll do it for you. Cavern fumbled his way through the lyrics every time. Come on, then he chuckles. It's part of the song, that chuckle, right? I love it when he does that, when he pretends to botch a lyric and then kind of laughs. It's all part of the thing. Oh, Trey. All right, guys. Boom. We are out of here. Thank you for, and we are on next to 12/16/1999. Once again, dare I say, the final request of the month, I believe, from Mr. P. Pfeiffer, the P-Fish Pfeiffer. December 13th, 99. For a long time, one of my favorite shows ever in Philadelphia, I believe, December 13th, 99. If the old noggin still has some Phish memories up in there. They're fading, man. They come and they go, you know. Like a banana in one ear and out the other. Guys, boom, we're out of here. Love you.